Afternoon guys, just a real quick one here. So as most of you know now with my videos that are on my channel, most of them are mini based. As you know, I've owned a huge amount of different varying specs and incarnations of the Mini, and I've owned, I don't know, most of the JCWs, driven most of the JCWs, got the Clubmans, the Countrymans, etc. all on my channel, all the video reviews of those. So most of you might be aware that I used to own an R60 JCW Countryman, fully spec'd out, everything on it, etc. And it was the previous incarnation before they changed the shape. So I was looking at replacing it, and that just didn't work at all. It was too pricey, finance didn't work out, etc, etc. So I thought this time what I'd do is I'd go for a bit of a change. So what we've got here is my new car, as it were. So let's just spin it around. And there she is. So I've got an X4. It's the 3 litre xDrive diesel with the full msport, an msport plus pack on it, which is the wider wheels, colour coded body trim, bit of a kit on it, facelifted rear end, 20-inch rear alloys on it, which are 275s on the rear and 245s on the front, all 20s. It's got the fully adaptive lights on this, which are, I have to say, absolutely incredible when you're driving along in the countryside. It full beams the side of the road that it can without dazzling the oncoming traffic and without dazzling chasing traffic. So if you can imagine, you get like a castellation out of the headlight on full beam where the other cars are, so it never manages to full beam anybody. It's got privacy glass, full leather interior. The boot on it is absolutely massive, so I'll just pop the boot for you. Cavernous boot, absolutely massive boot, fully electronic tailgate. You can do it by the remote control as well, open and close it. Now the biggest issue that I changed was because my kids are getting grown up and they're tall, very tall. My 14-year-old is now the same height as me and is still growing, so he's only going to get bigger and taller, doing rowing, etc. So in the back, he has a lot more legroom in the back of this than my Countryman. Rear vents in it. This is the higher quality Napa leather interior with the white stitching on it. Headrests, central one if you can fit anybody in the middle. But this also has got armrest in it, a pair of cup holders for both the lads. And at the back there they've got their own air vent controls for the heating and ventilation. In the back it's got the Harman Kardon surround sound system on this, so if it's a digital input, i.e. straight off your phone in high fidelity sound or using the online entertainment package, it's in true surround sound. LED indicator lights up there. I'll jump in the front and give you a quick look. So here we are, inside lovely Napa leather again, extendable seats at the front so you can slide that forward. Lumbar supports are fully adjustable, tilt everything, not electronic seats in this one. Bit too of an expensive option in this. But again, the Harman Kardon surround sound, you can see there, the speaker over on by the armrest. Aluminium trim, widescreen sat nav and entertainment package, dual zone climate control, and then there's the BMW memory reset, which I didn't quite realise, and I don't think a lot of people do. These aren't for channels on the radio or anything. you can actually set each individual button to do something specific with the entertainment package. So for example, you could set number 1 as your home address for the sat nav, and you just get in, press the home one, the button there, one, and it will take you direct to your home on your sat nav. Or you could set it so that it does things like call a certain person. Any function that can be done on the multimedia, you can preset it onto those. You've got the sports steering wheel in this, with paddle shift again, auto box, and the flicking between your different modes of eco to sport button there. Comes up on your dash. There you go, Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, which is the dynamic traction, has now been activated, which sort of dials back the traction control a bit. Not a lot, but just enough. So yeah, that's quite cool. Functions on your steering wheel for all your entertainment, cruise control, etc. All the normal BMW stuff. This is finished in the piano black with the aluminium under trim underneath there that extends across the dash and then up onto the aluminium and down the side. Your storage bits down here, cup holder bits, etc. And a bit under there to store as well. Remote control on this side for your wind mirrors, windows, boot release at the front, so you can do it from inside the car. Your auto lights, fog lights and everything up there. And then on the stalk you've got your auto windscreen wipers on there, your adjustment for your speed in the middle, so you can change it depending on what speed you want it to go out for your intermittent wipers. And then on this side your trip computer and everything is on the top stalk, and then on the bottom stalk there is the active lights, which is what I was telling you about earlier. Up on the head on this is like anthracite, but it's sponged, so it's very soft touch. The roof lining is very soft touch in this. Not 100% sure what its figures are, but it's just around 300 brake horsepower on this, and I think it's 360, 370, nearly 400 or something, I can't remember, newtons of torque. Diesel engine, so really good pulling power at that sort of rev range that diesels like, coupled with the multi-speed auto transmission. It doesn't ever seem to get in the wrong gear, so by that, diesels are renowned for running out of puff, whereas the gear change comes in quick enough on this because there's so many more gears. It's always within its rev band, so wherever you are, you just put your foot down, it just goes. It doesn't hang around at all. 0 to 60 I think on this is 5.8, so it's quick for a big old bus like this. It's more of a comfort, I suppose. It's more of a grown-up car. Just going to show you a bit of the entertainment package. So you've got your widescreen on this. Excuse the flicker, it's because of the LCD screen and the camera. So if you go into your menu systems, you've got your navigation, your communication, your media hub in here. So if you go into your media, you've got online entertainment here, which it then tells you, you know, all the tracks. I'm on Deezer at the moment, as you can see, and Deezer playlist at the moment, so auto playlists for me, and tells you the track, etc. So now if I go to map as well, you can do things like call up the options, go into split screen, and then you've got your track on this side and then your sat nav on the other side. You can combo the split screen with anything. There's loads of options on what you want as the split screen functionality on it. So yeah, I am really pleased with the car, very surprised. The biggest thing that I have with the car is that, just turn it down a bit, was that the difference between this and the X3. So they're both basically the same car. The only difference between the X3 and the X4 is obviously the chop-off coupe style of the X4 in comparison to the X3. However, the wheelbase is slightly different, I think, on the X4. Someone can probably correct me who's a BMW aficionado, but that's what I believe anyway. Anyway, I'll catch you later, guys. Take care.